change any game for their favor. It looks like we're going to be starting with Denver on that back coop side, working this middle of the map, and it's going to be the sleigh battle to see who can get any type of time here off the break.
And with Bocage, it's not so much about who can accumulate the most time here on P1. You want to look to see who starts that rotation early over to that P2 and make sure you get that P2 control. But starting off here hot is going to be Zigzag picking up 2 in the feed. And the CRL player to watch, Jazz is coming out red hot, picking up 2 there in the feed as he's going to put Floofeet and Mento down as quick as possible. And Frenzy getting involved. And thus far, this P1... Denver looked to secure almost 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they still have the hill in their favor. As of now, they're slaying out on all cylinders. Zigzag starting at 4-0, Jazz 3-0 respectively. A lot of streaks here off the break for Denver Surrender. They're pushing Toronto back into their base, and they're already set up for this P2.
Yeah, and P2 is very much in favor of the Denver Surrender thus far, but it's going to be that number 5 player to try and put a pinch here in Mento, see if he can get into the back, secures these spawns, but no, Tiz is going to say not today and put him down with ease as Jazz there as well to put one down for the side of Toronto, and Toronto playing off the back foot here on P2.
Yeah, and Jazz absolutely going crazy at that A-plat side of the map. He gets taken down by Indy, but he goes on a solid streak. He isn't able to get any type of streak there, but it was some good lack of pressure for his team. Frenzy just accruing time there with his team, but now they're working out the bottom Grandma's area. Tiz on a 7, getting that glide bomb in his favor, and if you're Toronto Falters, you got to turn this around quick.
And quick indeed, as right now Toronto need to start securing some of these spawns because Tiz and the rest of Denver Surrender are putting on an absolute clinic here on this P3 hill, as no one is accumulating time at this moment. But it's going to be Jazz thus far as your kill leader at 10-2. And finally, someone does hop on that point. And with this margin just getting more and more separated, we're going to see some shots coming through there for the side of Denver Surrender, and down go Toronto Falter. Yet another 3 down for them, as now Denver just look to secure more time here on this hill.
Yeah, I mean, Toronto need to turn things around soon. We got Mento working the back. They get the back spawns, but the focus now working toward that P2 or P4 area. I mean, starting off the game 15-2, he definitely was the player to watch, Sensei, so you were definitely correct about that. But Denver firing on all cylinders as this game starts.
And this is something you want to see out of Denver, is just put a mark on the rest of the Plat Mix division and let them know that you're not playing around here, because now, right here and right now, Jazz is looking to try and accumulate as many kills as possible before going down. He's going to go on a 9 spree, seemingly, before he does get taken down. And now it seems like Toronto is bouncing back here.
Yeah, Toronto getting some time on the board. They get a good amount of time there. They're trying to hold this hill as long as they can. They're waiting for each other to break here. Zigzag, the last one left in time. Synergy able to take him down. And Toronto getting some sort of win behind their sails here on the Bocage hardpoint. Mento and Synergy playing this time great together. And, they found themselves back on the back foot here as the game started. But this is a solid P4 for this team.
And thus far, Toronto have really put something together here on this P4, and I look to see them continue this throughout the rest of the map. But if it's anyone that has something to say about it, it's going to be that man Jazz. Thus far, 19-6. Again, just holding as much of a lead that they have thus far, and he's making sure that these guys don't try to come back in this one thus far. But the kills just going back and forth as of right now, as Frenzy's going to pick up 2 there in the feed. Make it 3 for Frenzy. And man, the man is having a frenzy thus far here on Bocage.
Yeah, the hill is in Toronto Falters' favor just for a moment there. But Floofbot & Co. looking to fight back. Jazz takes him down with a big 3-piece, 2 of which with the Automaton, getting the last one with a pistol. And now Denver Surrender are in control here, trying to hold it down from the front side. but it looks like Toronto should be able to get the final scrap here, and that's big scrap time. Any time is good time when you're playing Bow Cage. Frenzy gets taken down from the top, and now you focus on the second rotation of hills. And, you know, while Toronto had a really tough start to the game, if they can make the rest of their game similar to that second half of those hills, they're looking good for the future. They just need to try to replicate what they did there on hills P4 and P5.
Synergy really looking to try and bounce back in this one, currently 14 and 18, and really putting a couple of kills there together in that last set of hills to try and make up for the lost time. But Mento picking up 3 there in the feed. Floofy getting involved thus far. Currently 70 points separating these two teams, and Zigzag and the rest of Denver look to try and come on through to this P1 hill. Gonna find one with the fist, almost finds yet another, but Floofy's gonna put him down there, as now Floofy trying to push on over the mid is gonna get taken down by Frenzy, and the kills are gonna go back and forth for a little bit there, but Denver gonna come out on top of the kill column and still securing some of this P1 hill here, but the rotation is on for Denver, and they're going to be the first ones here ready and waiting for P2 to pop.
Yeah, Denver with another fantastic P1 hold on this Bow Cage hardpoint. Toronto opting to work toward the back water side of the map now, but Denver has the read on them. They see Floofy go toward the back here, and Tiz trying to chase him down. Tiz picks up Floofy as well, and now the fight comes from the front, but Denver holding the line strong. Now they know where Toronto is coming from, and they can get all the gunfights they want because Toronto so far pushed back into their base at that back Lamar tank.
And Toronto just need about 50 more points to finish this map number 1. But Toronto look to seemingly have life there for just a moment. But Tiz gonna pop off 3 in the feed, almost make it 4. But Frenzy says, I'm gonna get one for myself. There, as Indy is going to pick up one onto Jazz, and kills are going to go back and forth for a little bit here, but the rotation on for P3 has to start happening for the side of Toronto. Down quite a few here on Bow Cage, as these players are going to start to spawn over in that back grandmas for the side of Toronto. Jazz and the rest of the Denver look to try to just force their way in on this hill, as Zigzag going to pick up 2 on the feed. Tiz getting involved yet again, and the man is really on fire thus far. And Synergy going to look to try to find this player in the back here. Not going to spot him just yet. 3 going to go down for the side of Denver, and yet no one has tried to jump on the hill just yet. Floof trying to get involved. Gonna get taken out by Jazz. His kills go back and forth here on this P3 hill. And man, Jake, has it been a map 1 thus far?
Yeah, I mean, Denver Surrender firing on all cylinders, and what else would you expect from a team that is 3-0 with an 85% map win percentage? I mean, they are absolutely frying right now. Jazz 35-14, Frenzy 25-16, and the other 2 Denver players picking up kills on the board as well. Synergy trying to do whatever he can, but the rest of Denver Surrender spawning so close. Now Toronto having to focus toward that P4, and Jazz still alive here at bottom grandmas.
And Jazz's movement has been absolutely phenomenal, as he's going to pick up 3 there. Almost makes it 4 before getting taken down by India's Frenzy, looking to try and break through this hill here. Not going to find anything just yet, as Indy going to try and just secure some more time here. But the time is being contested by that number 3 player in Tiz and Jazz. Tiz is going to pop off for 2. Frenzy's going to pop off for another 2. And back and forth it goes for the side of Denver, but just only 6 seconds remaining for the map 1 victory. And Jazz and the rest of the Denver look to hold strong here on map number 1. And boy, was that a Bow Cage hardpoint for the ages.
Yeah, Denver was just absolutely outslaying their opponents by just an abominable margin. I mean, Jazz was frying the whole map. Frenzy picked it up, so ready for the A push every round. But off the break, it will be Denver on the offensive end. Toronto need to start off hot on this first defense.
And hot indeed. They're going to need to try and play their positioning very well. While at Zigzag going to spot Mento in the top grandma part of the map. He's going to take him right off that heady, and that's going to be huge. And into a 4v3 we go. Zigzag looking to try and find a nade here. Not going to find anything just yet. Indy going to find Zigzag. Synergy going to find Jazz. And that's going to be huge, as Indy finding another one in Tiz. Frenzy left all alone in a 1v2 situation. Is going to find one there on a synergy. And now he's just looking to try and rotate and maybe find one of these players out of position. But these players on the side of Toronto are playing it super close to the vest, Jake.
They absolutely are. They're playing this trade so close. And one of the problems is Frenzy has to pick up this bomb, and he has to plan it before the 30-second timer runs out. And he just got seen by Floofy now. So these two players can play the trade together. Floofy at this back, Lamar tank heady. He sees Frenzy right there yet again. He said he goes into bottom grandmas. But, you know, like we were talking about, Frenzy still doesn't have the bomb in hand. Floofy hears Frenzy, you know, breaking through all these doors right now. But with 15 seconds left, Frenzy has to make a play.
And make a play he does as he just really got away there. And can he get the bomb down? But these players are barreling towards him. Going to find shots, and it's going to be Indy picking up 3 on the round there. And the bomb is going to be defused for the side of the Toronto Falters, and they're going to go up 1-0 here in map number 2. And what a round out of the sub in Indy.
Yeah, Indy with the big 3 kills. That 2-piece he had at the black car area was just so influential for that entire round. It leaves Frenzy in the 1v3. Obviously, Frenzy does end up getting 1, but they do a great job of playing their trade together. You know, Floofy and Indy. Indy's just a sub here, but it looks like they have some built-in chem in that 1v2.
And what a phenomenal round number 1 that was out of Toronto. And now into the attacking round they go. And this is going to be where we were speaking earlier, Jake, is where they have to try and find some nade kills early, or try to at least find an opening pick, as Indy's going to find one, but Jazz going to take one right back. An eye for an eye, Jazz says there, and takes out down Floofy with ease over at mid. And now Tiz getting involved, going to find one onto Indy, and into a 2v3 situation we go. And it's going to be Jazz getting into the back line, and Zigzag says, hey, let's all eat today. And now we're going to be 1-1 on the map.
Yeah, Denver with a big bounce back round on that defense. They did a great job of really spreading the map and funneling Toronto into a place where they didn't really want to be. Jazz working that, you know, top black car area so well, and then he pushes out the water and picks up that final kill for the 2-piece in the back, that back barn area. So let's see if they can keep it going here in this offensive end. You know, like you said before we started this game, Sensei, you know, they gotta make sure they don't get too confident, because when you get too confident, sometimes you make mistakes. And you know, Zigzag does get the first blood, gets traded out real quick, and now that bomb is definitely not in a favorable spot if you're the Denver Surrender.
Not at all, as now they're going to have to find the bomb and the kills necessary to try and secure this round. And Floofy and the rest of Toronto playing this very, very slow, making sure they're not going to be out of position here and give up any kills unnecessarily, as Jazz is going to find Mento there. And that's going to be huge, as now they got bomb in hand, and Plant is going to be going down there for the side of Denver. Is now Synergy looking to try and formulate a pinch here. Not going to find no one over on bomb, and no one's watching. Oh no, that number 3 player in Jazz might have spotted him. No, Synergy with the beam onto Jazz, and that's going to be absolutely huge. The players of Toronto looking to try and get together here. Synergy finding Frenzy and just one man to beat in Tiz. Can Synergy do something? No. Into a 1v1 situation goes Floofbot. Can he find his kill? Floofy not going to find it, as Tiz going to secure the round there for the Denver Surrender.
Big round for Denver Surrender. Big clutch out of Tiz. He gets those final kills, you know, in a 1v2 situation. Plays that L, you know, plat so well. Gets Synergy, takes down Floofy to close out the round. And, you know, going up 2-1, they find themselves back on the defensive end. If they can start stringing these rounds, Sensei, this Search and Destroy is going to get tougher and tougher for Toronto to close out.
Tougher indeed. But boy, oh boy, Synergy trying his absolute best, as Mento's going to pick up one. Zig going to get one onto Indy. So into a 3v3 early we go here. on Bow Cage, S&D, and Synergy just trying to look for a player, maybe out of position here, mid-map. Not going to spot anything just yet. Giving it a little bit of information there with his sliding. But, oh, wait, Tiz doesn't see him. Tiz doesn't see him, and Synergy's going to pick up a huge one. And Synergy looking to get a reach out on a Frenzy. Frenzy going to find him and put him down. And Denver surrender with yet another round. Going to go up 3-1 on the map. And boy, oh boy, did Synergy try and put something together there, Jake.
I mean, that was a big round for Denver surrender, Sensei. I mean, like I said before that round started, if they can start stringing these rounds together, it's going to be tough for Toronto. Now, Toronto is forced to, try to really close out this round because you cannot let a defense slip away from you. So, going forward, you can't go down 4-1 here. So the defensive hold looks good out of Toronto Falters. It looks like Zigzag trying to work that bottom G's area yet again. He's holding in that corner. Indy, trying to get any sort of kill that he can. He gets spotted out, and now he's got 3 Denver Surrender players looking at him. Now, in a 4v3 situation, it looks like Zigzag's getting that bomb down. Mento with a big trade onto Jazz as Tiz trades him out. This leaves it in a 2v2 situation. Floofbot and Synergy left up to bat against the rest of the Denver Surrender. And Synergy with a big kill leaves Tiz in a 1v2.
And Synergy just put all the players of Denver down in incredible fashion. And that's going to secure the round there. And round number 5 is going to go to Toronto Falters. And it seems like Toronto, they aren't giving up at any point in this series. Thus far, Synergy is really playing his best Call of Duty at this moment in time. And honestly, he's going to need it if he's going to try and beat the players of the Denver Surrender. But boy, oh boy, has these two teams looked almost closer than we may think, Jake, here on Bow Cage thus far.
Yeah, I mean, Search and Destroy, it's definitely anyone's game. It's more of a mind game for sure than the hard point. The hard point can come down to the gun at any point, but, in Search and Destroy, if you can play as a team and work some smart plays around the map, you can find yourself in a favorable situation. But as I say that, Denver Surrender get 2 kills on the board, but BU Indy picks up 2 of his own.
BU Indy tapping into his inner Batman and swoops down and finds 2, and that's going to be huge for them. Now Floofbot left in a 1v2 situation, but he's not going to hear the person right behind him, and it's going to get put down, and Denver going to go up 4-2.
Some tough timing for Floofy. I mean, he falls right in front of Frenzy right there, and Floofy's a little bit upset about that one, but Indy definitely made that round clutchable for sure. I mean, it was a 4v2, and Indy picks up a miraculous 2-piece, channeling his inner Batman, like you said, Sensei. And if he can do stuff like that for the rest of the map, Toronto have a chance. But now, if Denver win this round, they're kind of putting it out of the Toronto Falters' reach, and they're going for that B hit, Sensei.
And this is where you can catch players off guard like Indy, not spotting Jazz at all. But it's going to be Floofy going to spot Jazz. But Floofy's going to back down. But Jazz with the reach out with the Volk? What is this man on?
Jazz doing whatever he wants on the map. But Toronto just seemingly always turn it to a 2v2 situation. Now, Jazz and Tiz up against Synergy and Mento here. Tiz playing his life over with 25 seconds left. They have to make some sort of a play. Jazz trying to work this player in the back. He sees Tiz, and he's able to get the kill. That leaves Synergy in a 1v1 against Jazz, and Synergy clutches up. Synergy clutching like normal. This guy has been playing Diffie in this Search and Destroy. Bow Cage is his map for sure. He's 8-5 right now, and that's a big round for Synergy to win, Sensei.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if Denver wants to win more or Synergy just doesn't want to lose because, man, he has been put on a performance thus far here on Bow Cage S&D as they are going to move to 4-3 on the map, down 1 round, but it's still just about anybody's game. So we are going to start on board Synergy, currently on a 2 spree. If he can start to try and work some streaks here, that would be very, very good for the side of Toronto. And again, it seems like Synergy is looking to try and maybe find one of these players out of position. over on this. Oh, he's gonna spot one player there. Frenzy is gonna just beam Synergy off the map, and Zigzag getting involved, finding Mento, but Floofbot gonna pick up one on the Tiz, and that's gonna be huge. But into a 1v3, make it. Denver winning the round, and just like that, Denver surrender. Don't give any chance to the Toronto Falters and take that round very, very quickly.
Yeah, now in a 5-3 deficit. This is definitely one that you can come back from if you are on the Toronto Falters, but Denver surrender undoubtedly in the driver's seat here. Toronto need to clutch up another defense, which is possible. They for sure can do it, especially after that clutch defense they had last round, but now it looks like Denver trying to work this mid push. They bust through the doors. Two in front of them. Jas picks up one onto Indy, but now it looks like they're trying to work this A bomb site. Zigzag takes out Synergy along with Tiz as well, leaving it in a 4v2. Oh, so quick, but Mento with a huge kill onto Zigzag. He doesn't get traded out either. He actually does, leaving Floofy in yet another 1v3. And this is for the game here, Sensei.
And Floofy's going to need to really put it together here, because the bomb is about to go down, and not only does he not need to find these kills, but he's going to need to find a defuse. He's going to find one on the Jas, and it's now the Floof miracle is in effect. Can he pull it off? We can only wait and see. Can he find yet another kill? He's going to find one on the Tiz, and now Floofy in full command. Oh, but no, not today. What seemed to be a comeback, a miracle, has been shut down by the Denver surrender, and Denver is going to take map number 2, and what a beam out of Frenzy.
Onto A as soon as possible. I want to see them turtle that A site and work their trades effectively. You know, the nades are kind of hard to get on that A site. It looks like they are going toward the B hit, which I did say was possible to do, but they're going to have to fight through Frenzy and Tiz, who's holding that bottom stairs area. Frenzy is up here as well. He's got to get traded out soon, but Floofbot gets a bad timing on him. Synergy is able to pick him up, but now all of Denver wrap back, and they have some sort of a push coming here, and if they can stack it, they might be able to get a solid amount of time here, but Jas is holding the cross.
And Jas is going to pick up 2 there. Frenzy going to get involved, pick up 1 for himself. That's going to be 3 down for the side of the Toronto Falters. And I start to look for them to try and put their focus on this A site, as it seems like Indy says, no, I still have some fight left in me, and I'm going to push on over to where I want to, as now they start to accumulate some time over on the A site. And as it seems like Denver looks to just try and get together here and find as many kills as they can, you know, from just the position angle. And Jas is going to find 2 there. Floof is going to find Tiz as well, as Floofbot going huge for 2 there. Indy getting 1 as well. And that's going to be 4 down for Denver there in the feed. And these players of Denver are going to start rushing this A site, as Floofbot just holding the line over on top. Bo and A almost done and dusted. And in a pretty commanding lead thus far out of the Toronto Falters.
Floofy with another big kill onto Jas at that tank side area. Now the Toronto Falters focus their focus toward the B site. They want to work through that base, but you know, if you work toward that green side of the map, you're giving up that P1 area, which is allowing the Denver Surrender Co to kind of push up into that P1 area. And you see Zigzag working that back of the map right now, just trying to spawn them out, but nobody really in front of him. He sees Mento able to pick up 1, but Floofbot at this top side area has some solid, you know, force over this map, but he gets sought out. Indy picking up some kills on the other side, and it's just a trade battle right now. Toronto's still up in lives, but they need to work toward this base, and a Frenzy 3-piece is definitely a good way to get out of a rut if you're the Denver Surrender.
And Frenzy just took control of this map and is now in the back of the Toronto Falters, finally going to get taken down there by Synergy, as Zigzag going to find 1 for himself as well. And life count is currently 11-11, but that 30 seconds remaining for the side of Toronto's to try and make a play here happen. As Synergy in P1, going to find 1 there on Jas. Mento finding 1 on Frenzy. That's going to be huge, because now these players of Denver are going to be coming out for spawn, but these players of Toronto have to be ready for this, as Zigzag going to find Synergy, going to find Mento from deep. And can he find yet one more player? And that's going to be Jazz there to clean up Indy. And yet another push halted by the side of Denver. And Jazz and Tiz just wiped the field of Toronto players. And now Toronto not going to have enough time, not going to have enough in the tank there to take that round number 1. And round number 1 will go to the side of Denver Surrender.
Yeah, but if you are the Toronto Falters, you're not so upset about that round. You only find yourself down about 3 lives there. You had a great start. You just weren't able to kind of close it out, and that can happen on times on Gavudu control. You know, at least you kept it close. Just focus on this defense now. If you can find yourself up a few lives in this defense, you're looking fantastic here for the rest of the map. But it all comes down to this defense. If they can get a push through and get the spawn trap in, it can be fantastic for Toronto here. But, you know, Denver have the option at any time to turn it up to the max, and it looks like off the break, they are doing so.
Yeah, they're going to pick up 2, maybe 3 there. Almost 1 more player here left at mid-map, and he's going to go down as well. And already 1 tick of progression, almost about 2 ticks already done and dusted over on A. But these players of Toronto look to try and regain some momentum here on this A side as they're going to go in and pick up 2 kills. But Jazz coming in from the back, going to find 2 for himself as Floofbot taking out Frenzy there. Is going to stop any progression on this A point for the side of Denver. And now Floofy just taking total control of this top boat area. But these players of Denver looking to have their sights on this B point, as Zigzag gonna get perfect timing onto Floofbot and put him down with ease.
Yeah, now Denver Surrender have control of that A point, and they need to focus on this player pushing out the first cut as well. Jazz picks up 2 on that B point. Zigzag gets taken down from the top, but Jazz is just wreaking havoc upon this base. Synergy is able to take him down, but that's basically a confirmation that Denver should be able to get this A point for the time being. Floofy opting to turn around and focus on that B point. He doesn't want anybody getting up toward B. He wants to hold the map, and Synergy is pushed up well at the P1 area. They just need to hold this setup for the time being.
And Zigzag picked up a huge kill on his Synergy over on P1. And it's going to be Mento here waiting for the push because he knows it's inevitable. He knows that these players on Denver are scheming something to try and gain a foothold here on this B site. Not going to happen just yet. Frenzy is going to pick up 1 there on a Synergy. And Synergy is going to go down, but it's that number 6 player already in the backs, and that's Tiz. Going to pick up Synergy off of spawn. And Jazz getting involved, going to pick up 1 onto Indy, but it's Mento left all alone, and he's going to fall as well. As right now Denver look to try to start to secure some time here on this B site. Indy going to get taken out by Jazz there. And the players of Denver look to try and control the spawns of Toronto here now on this B site.
Yeah, they have a solid B hold now, and the life count from Toronto just keeps dwindling and dwindling. Jazz holding down this top P1 area, just playing his life and Zigzag safe on that B point right now. They're getting the second tick oh so soon. They just got it. And there's the round for Denver Surrender. A huge offensive win for them. They got the A point, and the kills just kept on relenting.
And only 1 round away for the side of Denver to close this out in 3-0 fashion here on Control, but also in 3-0 fashion in the series. And it's going to take a lot of courage and strength and wit out of the side of Toronto to pull out this one. But hey, if it's anybody, it's going to be Floofbot, the captain of the Toronto Falters, to try and lead them to victory here, as Zigzag and the rest of his team look to try and stop this push on over to the A site. Gonna climb his ladders to try to find 1. Can he? Yes, he's gonna get slippery there and find Mental before getting taken down, and that's gonna be huge as Indy now trying to gain some control here on the A site. Frenzy's gonna pick up 1. Jazz gonna pick up 1 for himself. And getting involved early here is the Denver Surrender, but Floofbot gonna take Zigzag right off his feet and put him down with ease, as Jazz now in the back line of the side of Toronto Falters, and they're gonna have to worry about this man here, Jake.
They are going to have to focus this player. Jazz needs to be taken down. He's on a 6. He sees Mento as well. He does get stunned, which is a good start to the push, but you know, on the A point as well, he does get taken down off that streak, which is huge, Sensei. You know, if you are the Toronto Falters, you want to make sure that Jazz doesn't get that streak because, you know, if you're on the B point at any point, You want to make sure you don't get streaked out. But for now, the A point is what's under contention for the time being. And it looks like we're about to see a 4-on-4 hit for the battle for this A point.
And it looks like Denver Surrender are coming out on top thus far, but Synergy has one man to beat, and he's not going to take him down. Mento in a 1v1 situation here on point, and Zigzag is up top. He knows this player is here. He's just going to opt to try and go for some of the kills coming off the spawn. Not going to find him. Mento still holding strong here on mid, but no, friends. He's going to finally take him down there. There's a few players close to the point here. Floofbot going to come out huge there, and Indy as well. And now trying to take control of this A point is the side of Toronto Falters. Just one man to beat to gain the rest of this time. They're going to find that one on the Jazz. And now their sights are set on this B. Can they pull it off here in map number 3? Jake, what do you like so far? What do you love? What do you want to see more out of the Toronto Falters?
Well, Denver's doing a great job of just spreading the map right now. I mean, Frenzy, you know, he just saw Zigzag get taken down in that P1 area. He immediately pushes up to try to fill his place. And, you know, they're doing a great job of kind of slowly suffocating the Toronto Falters here in their base. Synergy does get one, but see, it's going to get traded out oh so quick. You know, one more kill on this outer side. It's Floofy, and Frenzy sees him. He takes him down. So now Mento has to make a play through this green side, and the Toronto Falter push has to come in from the right because Denver has so much presence on the left.
100%. Couldn't agree with you more. They have to win their battles up front here, but it looks like Zigzag and the rest of the Denver Surrender looking to try and secure this map here. And now it seems like Toronto only have one more push in them here, but it doesn't seem like anyone's going to pass the 50-yard line here, Jake. And it looks like Tiz has moved up, and the rest of Denver look to move up and look to get into the faces of these final two players. As Mento trying to hold the line as much as he can, now left in a 1v11, 7 seconds. And Denver Surrender gonna come out on top here on Gavadu.
Denver Surrender win the map 3-0. You know, Toronto Falters were looking good on that first round of the game. They weren't able to close it out, but, you know, on the defense.